What's up, traders? Welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, your trading coach. I'll be doing a live trading session, live analysis, and live discussion that we do every trading days, Monday to Friday, as well as Sundays. So, this is the first day of trading week, and pardon me, this is the first day of trading week, and we have seen a really great movement in the market. And firstly, what we are looking at, gold now looks like that it may have created a false breakout, or at least we can see now a deeper down, as after it is creating an overextended market, gold is coming down, and we are really keen to have a trade on gold. I'm waiting to enter. As you can see from the weekly resistance zone, where you can see at 1808 level, which has crossed, and then we see a retreat back. So what is likely to happen with the gold? We'll look at it now. First of all, guys, you can see that this is the resistance zone here, which is turning support, and the price has penetrated this level. On the daily perspective, you can see that, like this one here, exactly in the same way, after this kind of false breakout, the price made this big move. Now, it is not unusual to see that gold has done the same, but at the same time, we need to look at the price action on the lower time frame currently. Now, what we see that on the 4-hour gold, after this narrow doji, has broken down with this bearish engulfer. Now, it will be completely depending on how the price action will be doing, is how we can see the reaction to the downside. Okay, now what I can expect on gold is for a potential false breakout. It is likely to happen. Okay, because all false breakout happens like that. It shows a strong momentum in one direction and dodge everyone, come back to the other direction. No problems at all. We don't have to jump on a trade as a seller. Instead, the best practice is for the price to create a false breakout and then to give us a clear direction in the market. Once it will give us a clear direction in the market, we will have a big trade on the way, because normally when market create a false breakout on the higher time frame, on the lower time frame we can find a lot of trades, and that's the smartest way to find the trading opportunity. Look at the false breakout on the higher time frame and then wait for a trade to develop on the lower time frame. And so as soon as you will find trade, yeah, definitely will not delay to enter a trade. But to jump on a sell trade on gold, we need to see that the price has a strong rejection, giving us a confirmation that this is a false breakout, and to confirm it we need the market structure to be broken. So let's find out in this live session, guys. I'll be doing one by one all of them, and at the same time, don't hesitate to ask me any question on the live chat, and also don't forget to smash the like button, and also check if you have subscribed or no. Subscribe to the channel, press that bell notification so that you don't miss out any of the content that we are releasing every single day. So we have seen the gold, that what is likely to happen. In fact, gold will give us a clear indication of all the USD pairs and other instruments, that how they will be interacting. So let me know in the chat, guys. First, I want to know what you guys and girls are interested in, so that I know exactly. Favor, hi coach, Eurusd is crazy. How there? No problem. So look at it. Haida, thank you very much for joining live session. It appears bearish. Let's see what happens after PMI data. Absolutely, PMI data might change completely the direction. So GA, it took my SL on break even, and now I am running into profit. Amazing, Jerk. Thank you very much. Hi JPY, please. Sandra, good evening coach. Sandra, thank you very much. Rizwan, good day coach. Good day traders, thank you very much. Johan, good day sir. Euro dollar, yeah, absolutely. Madami, I sell GJ. I will look at it. USD CHF, please. Okay, now let's jump on to some of the pairs that giving us good trading opportunity. Now look, with that gold price action, we can understand in fact what other will do. If gold creates a false breakout and then continue to drop, then we can consider that dollar getting stronger, but it still didn't do the false breakout gold, because let me tell you why. If I look at the daily on gold, what we see that, see, when you see a doji like that, okay, in majority of the case you see that the price is testing the half week of the doji. Now with that sense, if we draw the half week of the doji, which is still not there, and with that half week we can find that previous resistance turning support, which is 1787. So it is still possible for gold to create a double doji, something like that. Let's say coming to the 1787 and stopping there and then going back again. But in case if today's candle closing as a false breakout candle, I think that gold will have a bigger drop down, and even it might come back to this again. Initially that was expected, but it did the false breakout. If it creates that false breakout, that means that it is preparing for a deeper down. So on the weekly side, we see that gold, in fact, this is the weekly candle, previous weekly candle, we see that has gone up. Now what we see from this resistance creating an overextended market, it's coming down. Now it is possible for the price even to test this level 1787, or it could come back to this 1761 level. Now looking at the daily, we can see the same kind of pattern has been formed. And on the intraday perspective, on the 4 hour, we see there is a narrow candle which is an overextension, which is the false breakout candle. Is still we can consider as a false breakout until we see the continuation of the uptrend. But for me, I think that it may have created a false breakout. So how many of you think gold has created a false breakout? Let me know in the chat, and why you think. How many of you think that still gold is going to be bullish? I want to know your reason also. What I'm saying is my reason. I want to look at your view also. So let me know in the chat, how many of you think that gold has created a false breakout? In false breakout side, how many of you think that gold is still bullish? Rajib, looking for gold? Yeah, absolutely. Good day, coach. We are here for your interesting analysis. Thank you, Cabello. Absolutely, I'll do my best to give the best opinion and view that I have in the market. Good evening, coach. Please, NZD USD. I'll look at it. Okay, I got one false breakout. Let's look at on 15-minute chart. Gold is changing trend to bearish. Yeah, so if you look at the 15 minutes, we see a head and shoulder on an overextended market condition. So this is the overextended market to the upside, where we see a head and shoulder has been formed, and as a result we have seen a rejection. But at the same time, let's see what happened. It could come even 1787 to test. You see that there is a double bottom and then has gone up, and it may test this level and then could continue to rise again, as there is a previous resistance zone here turning support, and that could give us something like that and then to continue to rise, which is possible. Normally when the market goes in a very extreme area, the price started to move in a channel. So if that's the case, it is possible that gold is doing something like that. Okay, moving along this channel. Okay, and with that moving along this channel, we could see that gold is coming back here, testing this and then going up again. So looking at daily perspective, we see that gold, this is the previous resistance, which is turning support with that false breakout. Now looking at the intraday perspective, yeah, this is we need to see that this level in fact has broken. As I mentioned, it could create a higher low and then could continue to rise. In that case, we might see that gold is moving along this channel. Okay, so there are a couple of scenarios that we can consider on gold, and I think that one could be this way, okay, which is highly likely also to happen. So based on now the price is in the middle of this zone. Now if we see that that's the case, then we just need to wait for the price to come back to the channel bottom of the support, and then we'll go long with that one to go up. So let's see what happened, and then we'll jump on a trade as soon as we'll find that opportunity. Good afternoon, coach. Euro dollar plays absolutely. Madame bearish. Okay, still bullish. It's my view, sir. Yeah, euro dollar absolutely. Sports lab. Yeah, sir. I think gold has created a false breakout because last Friday seen USD positive news. So according to that, market have to go down. Yeah, anything can happen. Absolutely. Thank you very much, coach. US30, please. Mohanad. Okay, we'll look at one by one all of them. So some of you on false breakout, some of you on bullish, but I think that until we see clear change of trend, is still bullish. So it could be a situation, let's say, if I mentioned earlier that it could be that gold has come back to this level, tested the half of the previous daily candles week, which is the previous resistance here, which is turning support, which is a very probability to happen. In that case, we might expect gold to create this channel. Okay, so if that's the case, then this could be how the gold is moving. Okay, so if we draw this channel here, in fact you can relate this information for a very extended data. Okay, and if we do it here, see like that. So this is one very high probability possibility for the gold. Let me delete all of them. So normally, you know, when the price reach in a zone where it is overextended, it comes back down and create a channel for this bullish move. Now if gold wants to go to the bullish trend, then it needs to go in a channel. Okay, highly likely, because in most cases you may not see a vertical move. A vertical move is basically when the price change its trend. Okay, so this is a healthy way for moving gold to the upside. I'll show you many examples of like that, and then you'll jump on from here. Let me look at the euro dollar. Okay, we looking at euro dollar the same way. You can see, what do you see that on euro dollar as well? Euro dollar, as you know, that early today we secured a trade as soon as the market opened, and then we partly closed, the other partly close has come back down. So this is what happened normally. Now what do you see that on euro dollar, basically the price has gone up from here with this bullish engulfer. Okay, and then with that another narrow doji, the price has come back down, has crossed this zone where there is weakless candle on euro dollar, which is the support zone here, and the price grab liquidity from here. What do we see on the daily? The price is now from this resistance coming back down. What I think, if gold started to come down for a channel, we even might see same thing with euro dollar. Then normally go hand in hand. But overall picture on euro dollar, higher time frame perspective, it is a bullish market. Okay, euro dollar, it is a bullish market. If you closely look at, you will see that there is a monthly bullish engulfer. Now this candle on the monthly, in fact, will tell you exactly what euro dollar is likely to do. If I like remove this current candle on the monthly, what I see that euro dollar, guys, there is a long wick at the top and long wick at the bottom. I mean, not long wick, can say the considerable wick. So this wick in fact represent a very important message. See, how do I see the market? Let me tell you. See, there is a difference between, there is one green candle here also. Let me replay the chart, then you'll understand what I mean. You see that. Now, why I did not consider this one is a change of trend and the next one to be bullish. You see that this is the subtle thing that you can apply these things in all time frame. Now this one, if you closely look at it, created lower low and lower high. So even it is a green candle, okay, if you compare this candle with the previous red couple of candles, you can see that in fact this price action is still bearish here. Okay, the bulls couldn't create any new higher high, firstly. Secondly, it created a lower low, and it is not creating any upward trend line, any higher low in this one. That is why the next one has dropped. If you go back to the current one, a completely different scenario. What you see that, firstly, let's remove this current monthly candle. And okay, firstly, what you have seen that after this narrow doji, the price created a smooth trend line. You see that a smooth trend line, higher low. Okay, higher low is very important on an uptrend. So basically, euro dollar created a higher low. Okay, created a bullish momentum. And if you look at this green candle, okay, in comparison with it, it almost crossed 3 red candles. 3 months price has been, you know, crossed over. So that's the higher probability that euro dollar is bullish. Now at the same time, because it created a trend line and this a little bit weak at the top and a little bit weak at the bottom is super important. Why? Because if it is, let's say, a one green body, full body without any wick, then I would say that after going up it will come back down, because in most cases false breakout happens like that. Now why this wick is so important is because this is a healthy candle. This wick represents a retracement, that means the profit taking. So when big boys bought this market, the price has gone up and they took the profit, means that the price created a healthy retracement. Now it is preparing for another bullish move. So that's how, like, as a trader, every trader interpret the market reading the price action. There is always a hidden message, hidden decode in that price action. So looking at the weekly, we see that on the weekly perspective, this is the, let me cross that out. So we see that on the weekly the price has opened with a gap here. You see that there is a gap opening, and with that gap opening the price created to, now the price has come back here and created also a wick. So this candle to me is a bullish candle. Okay, gap opening has come back down and started to push up. So looking at daily, you see that last day of trading week, a pin bar to the upside in the direction of the trend. Now today after market open, we have seen quite a few ups and downs. Now on the intraday perspective, this is the 4-hour candle, which is, you can see that has crossed this low, now going up. Look, if this candle closing as a bullish candle, which is likely to happen, that I will say that euro dollar set for another push to the upside. The reason is it has already come back down from this weekly support zone, which is very important, and grab the liquidity, giving a potential bullish price action. Okay, so euro dollar on the closing of this, if it is giving us a strong bullish price action, which is highly likely that euro dollar is bullish, in that case at some level we can place a pending order and then we can go long on euro dollar. Okay guys, hopefully that you are enjoying. Let me know in the chat how you are doing so that I understand where you are. Good morning. Mila, thank you very much. Good morning, Mila. Thank you for joining. Sir, yes, sir, please. Your AUD, yeah, absolutely. So gold tested 1800 and rejected. Can you see bearish and tested 1787? Yeah, I think that let's see what happened. You see, the market will give us an indication of in fact what it is doing. It is now below the support resistance zone on gold. What I think that this could be the situation with gold, highly likely. So this, which is pretty feasible for gold to move in that way, because when you see like the gold market, as you can see, it has broken this high here, okay, which is last visited in August, and this is also a very important level. Now from this level to move up, if it wants to go be bullish, I think that it is likely to go up, creating this channel. So let's see how this price action is doing here. We will exactly know what's happening. On the candle close, we will understand exactly how the price action might be moving. Very good, thank you, Muhammad. Awesome. Can you check USD CAD? Yeah, look at it. Marco, AUD, NZD, absolutely. No problems. Thank you very much, coach. How do you sell US oil? I will look at it. Is there any correlation between gold and USD? Yeah, fully correlated, gold and USD. How many of you know about correlation with gold and USD? Can you let me know so that I know exactly where to look at? Peace and blessing you, coach, to you and to the guys. Thank you, Kanaya. Peace and blessing. Thank you. That's the main thing. We all do things for peace and blessing. Thank you very much for mentioning this. Enjoying your education, and see you Gbp, JPY, and USD post list. No problems, copy. Okay, so first of all, correlation between gold and US dollar. How many of you know about correlation? Let me know so that I know exactly where you are. So I'll explain gold dollar correlation. First, let's look at DXY, because it will give you in fact a clear idea of what's happening in the market. Now if I look at DXY, looking at the daily, very much, thank you. Okay, DXY, what we see that DXY will tell you exactly what might do euro dollar or Aussie dollar or even gold. What I think that the way the price is forming DXY, okay, I don't think that you know, GBP or dollar will be able to drop that way directly. I think that highly likely it will go up again. We'll do a retest of this previous support turning resistance, and we'll create a lower high, and then we'll continue to drop. So if that's the case on the lower time frame, but you see currently this current candle is a bearish candle, okay. Now it may change the game, because if this one closes as a bearish engulfer, yeah, we could see a drop. So everything we need to do based on the current time frame data, which is very, very important for us to consider. Now normally the market moves like that, okay, an impulse, okay, and then correction, and then impulse, correction, impulse, like that. So once you can identify the impulse, and then you can identify the correction and another impulse, that's very, very easy to catch the trade that you need. Let me tell you why. So let's say an impulse, okay, and then correction, and then impulse. How do you identify a good impulse and good correction? I'll give you a very, very important, an idea today how you can identify a very good impulse and good correction. Let me tell you. Once you know that, it will be very easy for you to catch the trade in the market. Look, you see this is on DXY. It is an impulse, okay? And then this green candle is a correction. Now it is in another impulse. This green candle is a correction. It is in another impulse. So let me give you a typical example. Let's say this is a resistance zone, okay? One red candle, like that, from this resistance, okay? Let's say a green candle like this. This will clearly change the way you view the market. Just be patient a little bit with me. Let's say like this, okay? And then another impulse, so what next? Let's say you saw like this. Firstly, this is an impulse that we say, okay? Very, very important, guys. Everyone, just pay attention. These things will change your trading completely. Just 5 minutes, trust me. I'll show you example. You can catch a lot of good trades if you understand it. See, this is the impulse, okay? Now, why this impulse is considerable, that's the question. Forget about, let's say, all the trend, uptrend, downtrend, everything. Just look for this one here, okay? Now this one, why it is so important is because you see this long here. This is what you need to look for. Firstly, when you look at an impulse, start with a false breakout. You see, this is the resistance zone here that created a false breakout which has an element of liquidity in it, and then created this impulse. So when you see this one starting here, you are patient, you observe the impulse, that you found an impulse, okay? Now once you found the impulse, the next thing is wait for the correction, okay? Now, when I started trading, I asked myself 1000 times, when do I know that the impulse finish, it is a correction? How do I know? I asked this question many times, 1000 times to myself. Now finally, I'm telling you exact answer for this is that when the price is going for a correction to the upside, let's say in an impulse, you will not know when the correction is over until you see another impulse. Now how do you know another impulse? Another impulse is when you see another false breakout. So how do you identify a false breakout? Let's say when you see this impulse, after an impulse, the price will do something. Let's say a man started running. So what he will do, at some point, he needs to take a rest on the way, right? So the price will take a rest. How does the price take a rest? Either will do like that on the lower time frame, or will do like this, or will do like that. Anything, any kind of shape it may create, okay? So with that shape on the lower time frame is basically, you can consider a one candle is also a shape. If you look at this, you'll see that. Now let's say you saw like this. The next one, what it did, it has done something like that, okay? Let's say like this, red candle, Okay, you are done. This is the best trade you'll ever find in the market. That's it. That is the key points. Why? Look at, let me tell you. Firstly, when you considered this impulse, it has an huge liquidity in it. So that means that this is the smart money concept. This is how the big boys place their order in the market. When they placed order here in the market, they basically aim for a bigger win. Now when they place the market order, the price came here. This green candle is basically they have taken profit from the market. Now here what it did, it basically has broken this local structure, okay, and created another false breakout and then has come back down. This is the starting of another impulse. This is how you will know exactly when the trend is over, when new trend started. So you need to wait for 2 false breakout. Okay, that's it. Now we do have a strategy that is available for all the students in our Forex Trading Wizard Academy who are lifetime member to trade specifically this kind of trades, and this is happening over and over in the market. I'll show you now some examples in your own eyes. You'll see how powerful this strategy is. There are some rules, because in this short live streaming sometimes may not be possible to give you everything because it's a bigger things, and we had a lot of back testing session over time to grasp the concept of this strategy so that you can use it in different time frame, in different market condition. Now look, so this is what we called the sniper entry. So sniper entry is when you see a strong impulse, slow correction, and this another impulse. So now let me show you exactly what I mean by this, and you will find millions of trades. See exactly what I mean. See, this impulse started from here, correction. Look at this trade here, the same thing. Let me show you. You see, this is the impulse where you have first starting from here, the first impulse that we are talking about. Okay, now this impulse, always you need to have this one. You see, this is even a less than a peep enough, a false breakout, and then a clean impulse. Now in the correction phase, you don't know either 1 candle, 2 candle, 5 candle. Only then you need to do is wait for another false breakout. That's the starting of impulse. You see that, and you will never be a losing trade anymore once you know this secret of how the market moves. And the big boys that trade this way, they remove all the noise from the market and they wait for the high probability trade to come, and this is what we called a sniper entry strategy that is available to learn in our Forex Trading Wizard Academy. If you are our students, lifetime member, is updated in the dashboard. You can view and watch that clear strategy. Any question, don't hesitate to ask me any question. So with that in mind, let's jump on to our analysis. You see that DXY is exactly doing that, and I'm telling you, if this candle closing like that, you can expect this one to drop, and this is our sniper entry strategy. Okay, so this is how the market moves. You see the same thing here, false breakout, impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse. So this is a trend trading. Okay, when you trade with the trend, you in fact take the biggest trade possible. I can promise you, if you do this back testing, okay, if you dedicate time and a little bit of learning, anyone can become a consistently profitable trader using this strategy. This academy, the education here, all the strategies are the best strategies in the world, in my opinion, because I have seen in my own eyes, and I have gone through a lot of trading education, a lot of courses when I started, and I have seen what they are doing. In fact, what is available here, I can compare with the best education in the world in trading. In fact, this kind of education you will not find anywhere. You can look at YouTube, what I said, see if anyone can tell you the real thing, and you can compare this education in the real chart to see in fact the information I gave you is how much in fact valid and justified. Thank you very much. Let me know in the chat what you are up to, and then I'll jump on to the next year. And not only this, you will have this incredible trading tool, our TF strategy indicator for TradingView and MetaTrader 4 available after you learn the strategy. We enjoy your education. Can you see GBP, JPY and USD carry? Absolutely, look at it. Gavi, please, thank you very much. Madam GJ, please, absolutely. If the USD goes up, gold will come down. Yeah, amazing, amazing. That's what it is. Yes, we know, sir. Awesome. Yes, Gavi, thank you very much. Stone gold, and we have another pair. NAS100, please, coach. No problems. Thank you very much. Would you mind taking a look at Euro GBP? Yeah, absolutely. Hello, coach. Oil, please. Yeah. Hello, sir. If DXY is heading down, does this means pairs ending with USD will go up? Thanks. Yeah, absolutely. If DXY is heading down, that means USD is going down. That means Euro, dollar, GBPUSD will go up. Even gold will continue to rise. Hello, sir. If DXY is heading down, yeah, absolutely. How will Euro cap on Russia oil affect? Yeah, we'll look at it. USD CAD, sir. No problems. Gold info, boss. Yeah, let's look at gold again. Now gold, what I think that the way dollar is heading, dollar is always, we need to keep eye on dollar index, because dollar index will tell you a lot of story how the market will be moving. So let's say if you see clear downtrend in dollar index, then close your eyes, say that gold is going bullish, euro dollar bullish, GBPUSD bullish, AUD USD bullish. Okay, so that's the main thing that we need to keep eye on. DXY is still looking like bearish. Now from the higher time frame perspective on DXY, okay, so there was a question about gold and USD. So yeah, so basically they're inversely related. Okay, there is a reason for it. You see that the symbol of gold will tell you, in fact, you see the symbol of gold is in fact XAU USD, right? Like this, XAU USD, right? So this XAU is basically gold symbol and USD is USD. So when USD, so it's a relative strength, right? Like gold, it's not only gold, it's gold versus US dollar. As you know that we know that this is a bit sometimes a little bit confusing, but it is basically gold versus US dollar. Now once US dollar is getting weaker, so this one automatically will go up, and that's how it works. So inversely related. Now gold and Aussie dollar is almost correlated. Because I came to this Aussie dollar chart, now AUD USD, what I think that on the monthly will hit this 20 EMA highly likely. So they both are bullish. Now the only thing is where it is going to go up. Now this is the daily chart on AUD USD. What I see that so far you can see on the daily it's forming a double doji. On the intraday we see that the price has come back down. There is a bullish engulfer, you see that on AUD USD. Now during this news, what we could see a little further drop, and I think that if we, let's say, look at on the daily a double doji like that, which is a huge bullish sign. Now let's say if I see that on AUD USD has created a double doji like that, then I would say that from here it will go bullish again. Okay, so in that case, yeah, we will be buying AUD USD like with gold. So these are the plan for gold, Aussie dollar, and all of them. Looking at USD CAD, you see that USD CAD. Okay, I have a question now. Can anybody tell me in this? See, once you identify what I said couple of minutes, you are done for this one. Let me tell you. Can anybody tell me on USD CAD which candle? I'll number the candles. Can you tell me there is an impulse here? Okay. Can anybody tell me which is the impulse? Okay. I'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, to here. Can anybody tell me that is the impulse started 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or it started from 3, 4, 5? Okay, which one is the impulse? Is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 3, 4, 5? Yeah, that's the question. So the question is the impulse started from here or it has started from here? So I'm waiting for an answer, then I'll tell you exactly. Wow, amazing guys, amazing. You guys are really good, very good. Thank you very much. Wow, so many good traders in my Forex Trading Wizard Academy. I really surprised. Everyone, almost everyone is correct on this one. The impulse is 3, 4, 5. Thank you very much. Most of them are correct, but for those who said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's also fine. But the impulse here is 3, 4, 5. Amazing. Now, once you saw that impulse is 3, 4, 5, you see that the starting of the impulse with a false breakout. This is what I told you, that when you look at the impulse, try to find a false breakout at the starting. And once you found that impulse with that false breakout, then wait for the price to retrace and then to wait for another false breakout for starting up another impulse. That is where you can find the biggest trade, take the trade, hold the trade for bigger profit target. Now, if you want to have more backtesting session on these kinds, as I mentioned, you can jump on the website, link in the description area. Join us, learn the strategy, become an independent, profitable professional trader to make money in autopilot in trading. It's not hard, it's easy. Just you need to have the right education and right strategy. And just I'm sharing with you something, guys. Look, there is a lot of diverse opportunity available in our Forex Trading Wizard Academy. A lot of things you will find when you will be here. So let's jump on to the chat. Very good, thank you very much for that. So with that in mind, now jumping on USD CAD, what we see that from here, this is USD CAD, an impulse correction. Now what I see that USD CAD also bearish. Okay, so now the only thing is you see that the price basically there is a weakless candle now going up a little bit from here. Now once you will see that this market created a false breakout, that's what we need. We'll consider going taking the snipper entry technique, snipper entry strategy for going short. So for the time being, if you look at the daily, what we see that this market is bearish. Now USD CAD, you see that this structure, this channel, okay, on the daily is basically a preparation for in my opinion, for preparation for a bigger move to the downside. Why? Because firstly, on USD CAD on the daily, this channel, what we see that is basically it's a local uptrend, and we have seen a big liquidity grab back to back to daily candle. These are basically grabbing liquidity, and as a result we have seen it is now preparing for a breakdown. So for me, you see also a complete head and shoulder. This current daily candle is basically separating from this channel, okay? Separating from this channel, giving us a potential bearish setup. I think that a USD CAD we might see, because there is no significant level of support. So once you see that there is a lot of information, as a trader we need to see that if oil getting stronger, which is likely to happen, it's look like that suddenly oil has got crazy, and it looks like that oil is preparing for a bigger move to the upside. Now keep in mind, oil sometimes doesn't obey the technical because of sensitivity to news. Oil is very sensitive to news announcement. So in that case, we might find that oil in fact getting bullish. So suddenly, because of the what I call the policy in OPEC meeting and any other news announcement, if oil get crazily bullish, then CAD is getting stronger and dollar in fact inherently weaker. So with the strongest become a very strongly bearish USD CAD could turn into. In that case, you see that there could be a free fall on this one, because there is no significant level of support to stop this price, and we might see that USD CAD is jumping down, and that's look like that the price is preparing for that. You can see that if we turn on our TF indicator, trend following strategy indicator, we see a clear sell signal here. I think that it's gonna come down. Okay guys, thank you very much. Let me look at, okay, awesome, amazing guys, you guys are amazing, has given a very good answer. Everyone understand trading. Let me know how long you are trading. I see that almost everyone understood that impulse and correction. I'm sure that all of you are profitable. Always affirm that. See, you need to what I think that guys is to you see that there is a famous Swiss psychiatrist called Carl Jung. He said a word that called that spiritual problem in modern man. So what it does mean that actually if we want to create anything, even in trading, balance is very, very important. So if, like, let's say you are a very good trader, everything you need to create a balance. Trading psychology and technical, fundamental, all you need to create a balance to excel in this market, to really make a good profit from trading. So how do you create a balance everywhere? Let's say, for example, you have a very good strategy, okay, you have a very good trading education, good coach, good strategy, everything is perfect, but if you are not balancing some other areas, it might not work. And at the same time, if you, let's say, you are very good in understanding the chart, but you didn't develop a very good trading psychology, that might create a little bit of disturbance, because it affects in one realm to the other realm. So it's like a human psychology is very important. So how do you create a balancing trading psychology? By understanding your, see, some of naturally due to how we have grown up, some of are very good in controlling emotion, understanding our own emotion and responding to situation. Some of us may be a bit more emotional, that's completely fine. I was like that, but you can train yourself to be more of adapting. Now, to be a trader, first thing, see, first trading psychology that I tell my students and everyone is that you have to like accept to be wrong. Okay, no trading strategy, or no, you can't be a trader if you don't feel comfortable of being wrong. That's one word. Okay, if I say, you see that the USD CAD is now jumping down, so suddenly dollar getting weaker, that means that gold is jumping up. That's good. Okay, we'll see, it's a package, as I told you. So USD CAD, we need it to close like that, then we'll look at it. Okay, so it's important that you become comfortable of being wrong, and otherwise it will be very difficult. And why it's so hard for us to, and that's why actually trading is sometimes very hard for some traders, is completely counterintuitive to other things that we do in our life. And that's how we are wired in our brain, from school, from every environment. You know that even I see this small children are not discouraged to make mistake. It's okay to make mistake. That's acceptance. We need to bring it within ourselves. So because why do we feel sometimes if we are wrong being like in a trade, then we feel, I also feel like that it's completely fine to feel, but we need, if we keep awareness, then it becomes easy. So when we are wrong in a trade, even in a couple of trades, that's fine. See, the biggest traders, for example, if you go to a hedge funds, or who handles, let's say, $10 million account, okay, you know how they trade like this. They take a trade, okay, with a tight stop loss, maybe let's say 10 pips stop loss. Now in a $10 million account, they don't have room to lose a big money. What they do, as soon as the trade gone in the wrong direction that they expected, they cut. So what they do, in a $10 million account, they lose, let's say, $5,000 in a trade suddenly. Okay, they cut the trade, and then they have another trade, very tight stop loss. The trade has gone wrong immediately, without thinking they cut that trade. So how many, there may be 5 times they are wrong in their approach, and that's completely fine. They are profitable trade and they're handling $10 million account. Now when they are right, let's say, then they hold the trade, okay, and they hold the trade to give all the loss they made, including triple, fourth, 10 times profit in their account, and that is trading. So but as a beginner, it's difficult. I know it's difficult, I understand, because I also have gone through this. So that is why I tell you guys to focus on learning more on making money than more on making money. Once you learn, once you become comfortable with it, you can. And we have in our Forex Trading Wizard Academy, some of the scalping student knows that we do have strategy that gives us now per trade 5 to 6% return. So we do have a strategy with a smaller account that we make considerable amount of money with a high winning rate. We do have that strategy. That's what I'm telling you. Everything I'm not being able to like say publicly. The reason is not that I don't want to give, is because some strategies has to be only for you. I can't, let's say, I want to give it to you, but I can't give it to everyone. Then this strategy will not work anymore. You know it very well. So that is why this happens. You see that today, this is what in a $3,000 account, we just had one trade like this. Okay, so this is how we trade in Forex Trading Wizard Academy. So let's jump on to the other pairs, then we'll jump on to the chat. Thank you very much. check GBP JPY. I jumped into sell with my TF. Okay, we'll look at it. If NAS is going up, DXY is going down. No problems. Thanks for your analysis. No problem. Awesome. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, sir. It has been a while. I missed your stream. No problems, Beans. I also missed you. Thank you very much for being here. David, good afternoon from Chile, London. Thank you very much, David. London is freezing right now. Yeah, I think so. In Sydney, we are hot now. I think in Australia, it's completely the other way around, all other areas. So we are very hot here, and you guys may be freezing. So let's share some temperature to make a balance. Thank you very much for that, Vince. Can you make a touch base on few, sir, please? Yeah. Vince, can you maybe touch base on Fib, sir, please? I mean the Fibonacci retracement, Vince. Let me know, then I know exactly. Okay, so New York session, yeah, absolutely. Hello, coach. Good afternoon. AUD NZD would be nice. Thank you very much. I'll look at it. NZD, get what's your thought? Check Euro CHF. I use that. How about Gbpusd? Absolutely, Michael. Hi, coach. Thank you very much. Euro AUD, please. Great, boss. Thank you very much. Awesome. So let me look at Vince asked a question. Can you touch base on Fib, sir? Okay. So then you mean the Fibonacci retracement level. Okay. Okay, looking at dollar yen, guys. Let me look at it, what it is doing. Also US30. Okay, let's look at NZD CAD. Some of you ask for NZD CAD. What I see that NZD CAD, this is the daily chart. Primarily, this market looks like that the bulls getting a little bit of tired in it, and we need to see how this retracement might happen. If you look at the monthly, we see that there is already a bullish engulfer followed by this monthly candle, which is in fact heading this resistance. But over the long term, NZD CAD is bullish. Looking at the weekly, we can see that the price on the weekly also, as soon as market open with a gap, primarily a movement, now it's coming down. Looking at the daily, what we see that on the daily perspective, NZD CAD now creating little bit of retracement to the upside on the daily. So daily perspective, we see that this is an impulse. Now if we look at the 4 hour, what we see that in fact the price created a consolidation here. Okay, this zone is neither for bullish not for bearish. What I would say that on NZD CAD, I think it will come back down for a deeper retracement, and breaking this low from this zone we might see bullish move. But for the time being, I would say that without proper deeper retracement, it's not still a good place for going long. I think that the price highly likely will come back to this level of support, and from this zone, if it creates a false breakout, and then we can expect going bullish on NZD CAD. Hi, the dollar yen, yeah. Engie, How can I do join a VIP channel? Yes, Engi, you can find a link in the description area or at the top of the chat. I put a link at the top of the chat. You can go to the description area or use that website address, click the link with the website and then join there. Using this link you easily can join, and go to the website and then click join now button. You will be able to join. So let's look at now looking at crypto, guys. What we see that on cryptocurrencies, if you look at the daily and weekly, this is what expected on crypto on BTC USD. First of all, monthly BTC USD, guys, if I see that the price is here, okay, I'll definitely go short on BTC USD, because BTC USD on the higher time frame perspective, it is a very strongly bearish market. This candle on the monthly, it is a long-term bearish market. Now this monthly candle closed as a long bearish engulfer. Now higher time frame perspective, if you look at Bitcoin, what we see that there is a clear head and shoulder here and then has broken down, right? And with that breakdown on the monthly, we see that there is a channel has been created on the monthly. This is a bearish channel. So this is the overall bigger picture. But if I narrow down to recent time frame, we see that this is the monthly candle that has a liquidity gap from the top, and it has closed as a long bearish engulfer. Now with that bearish engulfer, what we see that BTC USD in fact highly likely will test this level and then to reject. Now looking at the weekly, what we see that there is in fact a long candle followed by this correction, and with that correction, what we can expect now, back to back 3 weeks we have seen a correction. Now what we can expect, the price to go ahead and test this support here, which is turning resistance, and then to continue to drop. So this level at around 18,100 level could be a very crucial zone for BTC. Once it will go there, definitely will be selling BTC USD. This zone I want it to go there, but it's a long-term bearish market. Unless you are trading on 5 minutes or lower time frame, I will not be a buyer for the time being, because at any point it could start to turn to be bearish, okay, because long-term price action is bearish. Okay, looking at other GBP pairs, let's look at JPY. Now we see that JPY is turning to be bullish. Looking at monthly, first of all, from this monthly half week, we see that JPY now creating a bullish move, but it might again turn into bearish. If you closely look at the previous monthly candle, we see that the price almost came around half of the monthly week, and from that zone we see that it is now rejecting. So let me draw this monthly resistance zone here as well, then you will know exactly what it is, and also monthly opening and closing. So looking at weekly, you see that at any point we'll see a drop on JPY, because this weekly candle, it is in fact a very strong bearish candle. Now either from this weekly opening and closing or from this level, which is the monthly high, it could do that. It might break the monthly high and then will continue to drop. Now looking at daily, we see that the price is now heading the daily 20 period moving average even. Okay, I think it might go up there, even could break this high, where back to back, if we look at the monthly, there's a monthly opening and close and also monthly high. So this is a crucial zone for selling GBP, JPY. See how the market moves. What are the, like, let me tell you something will really will change the way you look at the market. Let's say the circles here, okay, some circles. Okay, now with those circles, now if I, let's say if I put a puppy here, small puppy, I'm a terrible artist, you know that very well. So okay, now if I put a puppy here with all those circles, now what is here? Let's say I put some food here, food here, food here, food here. Okay, now how the market moves is, let's say now can you easily can predict the movement of this puppy, right? Because you know that what the puppy will do, first will go there, eat this food, and that will go there, would eat this food, and then will go there, eat this food. Just it could be the other way around, but the job of this puppy is basically to go to the one zone, food area, eat that food, and then go to this area, eat that food, and then go to this area, eat that food. That's the job of this puppy, right? Then how does this relates to price? Now if you consider this price, the puppy with the price, market price, and this food you can consider with the liquidity, and the price move from liquidity to liquidity without any destination. This is the job of the price. In that case, you don't have to think anything else. Just think of where is the liquidity, where is the puppy. Now why this is so important, that to understand how the market moves. Why, in fact, why does this happen? The reason is this market you see is the marketplace of the buyers and sellers, no one else. So if someone is buying on one side, the other side is someone is selling, right? So how does this work? Let's say why this happen like this. Let's say a level here, right? This is a level. Now everyone was selling from this level, okay? Now when everyone is selling from here, okay, then where is the food for the puppy? Is here. You see that? Now everyone is selling from here, but why the puppy's food is here? The reason is when you, me, everyone selling here, the stop loss is here, and the stop loss is the puppy's food. Keep in mind, and that's how you can understand exactly how the market moves. Keep in mind, stop loss is puppy's food, and the market moves from stop loss to stop loss. The reason is when you are selling is in fact your stop loss is a buy order, and let's assume that 500 or 1000 retail trader equivalent to one institutional order, and they need a lot of people's hunting to grab their liquidity to move the price. So that's how you can, the smart traders who knows in fact where is the puppy's food when the big boys is going there, and then moving along with them, so that you don't being stopped out, or you are not being taken out of the trade. So then what it does basically, let's say everyone is selling from here, there's puppy's food here, the price will go there, will eat that food, and that's a job done. Now what it will do, it will not go this way, it will not go this way, it will straight come to another areas where there is another puppy's food. Now this is another puppy's food here, there is a support here, and everyone is buying from here, okay? All retail trader, and puppy's food is here, because this is where everyone put their stop loss, and the price will straight jump, come here, and then will eat that food and will go back to the other direction. Then how do you know where is the puppy's food? The puppy's food is when the market is overextended. See, this is, you see exact proof on gold pricing today. You see that gold, look at the daily and then see what happened. You see that exactly the previous resistance is here. The price created little bit of overextended market and now has come back down, because the goal of this move is to eat the puppy's food, because this is the resistance here. All the food is above this level. Once they have eaten the food, now coming back down to eat another food probably below this level, and then it will come back again. And that's how the market moves. So once you know that, you know where is the food, wait for them to eat the food, and once they will move, you will move with them. And that's why you need to know exactly how the market moves, how the liquidity works, so that you can become a consistently profitable trader. That's why I'm telling that Forex Trading Wizard Academy, this education you will not find anywhere, because in fact it's not available for everyone. The reason is those who creates this puppy's food is education with them. And once you know that, you don't know how to move the market, you don't know how, you know how the market moves, and you become smarter. And then it's difficult for the puppies to move the price. But to become a profitable trader, you have to be 1 out of 10. There's no other way. If you think that you are 1 out of 10, then move on it. I know that you have the ability to become 1 out of 10. You have the courage, you have that as strength. Just you need little bit of guidance, right guidance, and that's it. So let's jump on to now some of the pairs that we are okay. So on GBP, absolutely cat JPY. I'm a buy right now with GBP JPY since last night. Okay, so GBP JPY so far showing bullish move. So let's see why I created that analogy. Now on GBP JPY, what I tried to say, this is the monthly, right? So what it could do, the price break the monthly high, okay, and then going to a zone where there is no new area, will create an overextend and will come back down again. Okay, that is what I was trying to tell, that this is the level where there is a puppy's food, and the price will go there, eat that, and will come back here to eat again. And then that's how the market moves. And our job is to find the zone where there is a lot of liquidity, let them grab it, and then move along with this. Okay, so GBP JPY is still bullish. I think that today it might hit this daily 20 MA, and from there we might see either retaining there, or it might go. I think that the price will break this high this week first, and then will come back down. Tommy Day, God bless you greatly. God bless you too. Thank you very much. What do you have for gold? Yeah, absolutely. Look at AUD NZD. Okay, so let's look at AUD NZD, and then we'll look at gold. So AUD NZD, this price action currently, what I see on the intraday is bearish. 16 minutes later, we'll see a candle close. What I see that on AUD NZD, guys, let me look at the daily. This is a strongly bearish market. Now if I look at the weekly, we see that the price on a support zone. Monthly also we see that the price in a support. Now looking at weekly, is still bearish, but already overextended, but I think that is still there will have another wave of drop. So this is a sniper entry. Now looking at 4 hour, we see that, you see, this is what I was talking about early, starting with a false breakout, an impulse. See, exactly, you will find what I see everywhere. We see that impulse with a false breakout, and we have taken this trade. You see that impulse with a false breakout, correction, another impulse started with a false breakout, and then big move happen. Okay, this is our snipper entry strategy, newly updated in our student dashboard. Anyone with our lifetime membership, you can access this strategy with this indicator. As you can see, this our trend following strategy translated into a Python script for trading view user, as well as available for MT4 users in your student dashboard. Once you are a lifetime member, you can access this indicator. Now we see that there is an impulse correction and an impulse. Now we see that basically the price has created another correction, and here if you look at the false breakout candle, this narrow doji can be a candle, but the way the price action is forming, a little bit of confusing. Either it will drop or will have another wave up. But if you are, let's say, on a sell trade, I will say that a good position, hold the trade. But for the time being, I'll be waiting to see how it is doing, as we are running a trade on Aussie yen, which is already in a little bit of drawdown, but I strongly believe that it will come back down and hit our TP target. Let's see what happened. So on DXY, we see that the same thing here, impulse. Now it is in correction phase. So looking at gold, again coming back to gold, what we see that gold, there is the way the price action has formed on gold, you can see that it's a still probability for to be a false breakout. Now looking at daily, what we see that this is the daily. As you can see, the price after creating this overextended market, we see gold is started to drop in this direction. So as I mentioned, that it is possible for the price to become an overextended, create a false breakout. So how do you know that it in fact has created a false breakout? Now the only way we can know is from this creation of head and shoulder. So if we see that, let's say, gold failed to create a new higher high, instead create a head and shoulder, then we can say that it created a false breakout. Otherwise, what I think that for gold, it could be possible to be like that. Okay, so what I think that if you closely look at, this is the previous support zone on gold. This is the resistance turning support. So I think that gold might move along this channel, along this channel, and then could continue to go up. So based on how the price action is forming, that you will know exactly how it is doing. But as I mentioned, it already has eaten the food, so it has now momentum for coming down, and it could be the case. Then we need to see how the price action will do, and then we'll decide in fact which way might be heading. Dollar yen, you look at it, gold dropped. Yeah, Christian, thank you very much. Christian, I would like to you can find a link in the description, and also at the top of this chat you can find a link at the top of this chat where you can join us in our Forex Trading Wizard Academy. Just go to the website and then click join now button, where you will be able to join, fill up the information, and then you can join. And at the same time, guys, if anyone is looking for a regulated, globally regulated broker with a tight spread and tight commission, then you can find a link in the description area. You can visit that link, use that link to join Blueberry Markets. You can have bonus using that link. They are globally regulated, and you can start trading with any amount, no problems. Thank you very much for that. So USDJPY. Okay, we'll look at it. Are you on gold? No, we are not on gold. I'm waiting for entry. We early today was on euro dollar, and currently we are running Aussie yen and GBP and ZD, but not on gold. So due to candle, which absolutely, thank you very much. Okay, looks like that, guys. USDs I'm looking at this one here as well. We see that USDs in fact has formed a very strong bearish price action with the weakening of dollar. Now what I see that in fact, let's say USDs dollar yen, let's look at dollar yen as well. So USDs USD CAD both looking highly bearish. Now USDs because it gained momentum by eating puppy's food here. That's a good connotation to, you know, grab attention. Is that what do you see that USDs has grabbed a huge liquidity from here, and with that liquidity it is in fact preparing for a greater move. Okay, I think that if you look at the bigger picture on the monthly, we see the price had gone up, and the next station for USDs is to this level of support, which is the previous resistance zone, turning support here with this 20 period moving average. Now looking at the weekly, we see that this is the weekly candle which has grabbed a huge liquidity, and with that in mind we see that possible bearish move. Now the way dollar is showing its movement, with that movement we could see strengthening in gold, which how the market moves. Now looking at the daily, what we see that on the daily, from the daily 20 EMA, we see that basically the price is breaking down, and there is a an inverted fake double bottom or an inverted head and shoulder on the lower time frame. With that double bottom, the price has gone up, okay, grabbed liquidity from this low zone, from this previous support turning resistance, and we see that it is coming back down. So it is highly likely that USDs you see that a smaller candle is being created, doji. There's a middleman here, breakout from this local structure, with current one is also doji. What I think that it is just preparation for a bigger drop, and normally when you see this kind of price action, it is in fact a high probability drop setup. So Rizvan says dollar yen shown an impulsive move. Let me look at dollar yen, what time frame you are looking at. Look, dollar yen, if I go to the daily, see, this is what I was talking about. Now you need to look at the higher time frame, very important. Now you see that on the daily time frame, dollar yen, that's what we discussed a couple of minutes ago, an impulse, correction, and then wait for another impulse. Now what dollar yen is doing, has done, you see that on the daily, this is the impulse has done. Now it is in another correction phase. So if you want to take high probability profitable trade, always trade with the impulse, not in the correction. So far it could be reversal. Not to consider it dollar yen as a reversal, we need double bottom or any kind of pattern which has not formed on the daily yet, but we still can consider it's still an impulse. Now you still can consider this one as a correction to the upside. So this movement to the upside on dollar yen is in fact a correction of a bigger impulse. You can see that. With that said, let's look at the 4 hour. Now on the 4 hour, this is what previously expected, dollar yen to break this resistance to create an overextended market to eat the puppy's food from here and then to drop. Now when we will see that move, we need to see in fact how it is creating, because the impulse is on the daily, you see that. So we might see a correction on the daily. Now at the same time, it is also possible for dollar yen with that impulse to come back to this previous support, which is turning resistance here. So if we look at the 4-hour, yeah, so first we need to see how the price is reacting to this resistance. If it breaks, then wait for another push to the upside to fill that gap, and from here we could see a drop. So long, unless you are, let's say if you are trading 5 minutes, it's a big move, right? You can go long if you are trading on the 5 minutes, if you have the proper strategy. It is a big move, you see, starting from here. But if you are trading on 1 hour or on the 4 hour, then you need to see, let's say on the 1 hour chart, it is forming in fact an inverted head and shoulder here, okay, so which is still a long-term bearish. So we need to wait for the price to react to this level and then give us potential setup. So for me, you know that best trade will be dollar yen to penetrate to the upside and then to create a false breakout candle that we are looking for, an impulse correction with false breakout, another impulse. So that could be a very, very good high probability trade setup for dollar yen. Yeah, absolutely, look at it, which means has a long correlation, okay, due to doji candle. Absolutely, thank you very much. Are you hoping to catch the top short? Are you hoping to catch the top? Answer, short in down. What do you mean by, can you please clarify? Theophis, are you hoping to catch the top and short in down? I did not clearly understand. Coach, which time frame do you prefer before entering a trade? Very good question, I will answer this. And for gold, yeah, Usdjpy, please. So please tell Gbpusd I'm in buy position. What's the next move of Gbpusd? I'll look at it. Dollar yen. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so there was a question, so which time frame you enter? Okay, so for the entry, depends on what kind of trade also I'm doing. Normally for swing trades, I use 4 hour for entry. For day trade and sometime for our scalping, we use also higher time frame, but we use a strategy that is combining with the moving average cross and with a bounce. But for swing trades, I use 4 hour time frame. Sometime when the market is volatile, as you have seen sometime in the YouTube live also, when I see that I need to enter from a very important area of value, I use 15 minutes for entry. When I am sure about the direction and about the price action, then I go back to 15 minutes to find the proper entry point. So these are the two time frame normally I use for entry. So let's look at gold to see what it is doing. Now gold, we see that this, okay, we see a candle close in all instrument. Let's look at to see what's happening. Now this gold candle on the current time frame, guys, on the 4 hour, which is very interesting because this candle basically came back down. We look at the daily in a very crucial level. What I think that, see, in one hand we see dollar getting weaker against, let's say, CAD on other instrument, but here gold price, what I see that this one looks like that this is a fake out. So with that, if it is a fake out, then we should see slowly gold is coming down further. So let's look at all the instrument to see, in fact, AUD CAD, AUD NZD, Aussie yen, Aussie dollar. I'm just looking at all the pairs to see, in fact, how it is doing. Euro CHF, Euro GBP, Euro JPY, Euro AUD. Okay. Euro AUD is forming bullish price action. Euro NZD. I'm just looking at all of them to see, guys, in fact, if anyone has created an impressive price action. Okay, Euro CAD looks like that Euro CAD might reverse. So what one price action I found to me looks to me that we might see some downward move on this one, for at least for the short term. This is the weekly opening on Euro CAD. As this market is fully overextended, we might see some short term retracement on Euro CAD. After testing this level, we might see some bearish move, though it is a bullish price action. But to me, I think that after crossing this level, we might see from short term movement. The same with euro dollar. If gold is causing a false breakout, we might see some short term movement on euro dollar, okay, in this level. CAD JPY, GBP AUD. Okay, GBP AUD, this is a bull market. Okay, now the way that it has formed GBP AUD, this is a bullish price action. We see the way exactly I explained before. You see, this is the starting of the impulse with a false breakout. This is the 4-hour impulse correction. Now after this correction, we saw a false breakout. This is a bullish market. If GBP AUD come back here along this zone, we might go long on GBP AUD. It's a good pair for bullish move. Now we have seen false breakout with another impulse starting with a bullish engulfer has been formed. Okay, so GBP AUD is a good pair for bullish. I'm just looking at all of them. GBP NZD. Okay, USDs guys, looks like that this one at some point we might see retest of this 20 EMA, but it's a very strongly bearish now. USDs are forming slowly a price action that might just continue to drop. The only thing, it is leaving a gap here. Okay, natural gas has opened with a gap and creating a very strong bearish price action, with US oil giving a bullish, strong bullish engulfer followed by another bullish candle. I think that US oil, you see that it came back down. It is also fake move of this local trend line and then immediately closed with a bullish engulfer, which is in fact a buy signal here. So I think that US oil just might continue to go up. I think it has, you can see that the price has created an inverted head and shoulder. Looks like that it might go up further up before coming back down. So let's see what happened with the progression, and then we'll see in fact which way the market is heading. Yeah, Felix, US oil, please can you look at Euro USD? So US oil to me is giving us a bullish signal. You see there is a bullish engulfer and there is another bullish candle. Now it might come back down again to this level. I think that depending on how the daily candle is closing, sometimes it really creates a very confusing price action. You'll see that. So weekly price action, you see that this is the weekly resistance zone here on US oil. Looking at the monthly, see monthly price action is bearish on US oil. Okay, because there is a news coming. Let me look at the Forex factory when there is any news on US oil. There is no OPEC meeting. There is no high impact, but CAD coming tomorrow. Also tomorrow AUD news is coming tonight, USD just after an hour later, so which is pretty volatile. Now USD CAD, what it could do, it could even continue to drop from here very as I told you that, because US oil in a zone where there is an important area. Now you see that it is coming back down. So let me look at the daily again. So how this price action will do will really determine how US oil might do, depending on if it is breaking this resistance or no. We'll exactly know how it will do, but for the time being it is bullish. You can see that there is a fake out to the downside of this important level of support. Okay. With that support, it has broken down here, and then we have seen a break to the upside with a bullish engulfer followed by another middleman. Now I think after significant retracement we might see bullish move. So because it grabbed liquidity here, it in fact refreshed its trend, renewed its trend for a bigger move. So to me it's bullish. Euro GBP. Okay, Euro GBP, looking at weekly, right? I think that you see that Euro GBP is bearish on the weekly, but it might go up a little bit of further to the upside. If I take this weekly we see there is a 20 EMA. Euro GBP might go up a little further, which is the monthly resistance zone. So what it could do, as I told you that always the price does this, you will see it has broken the monthly high. There is a puppy's food, will grab all the liquidity and then will come back down. Looking at weekly, you can see that on the weekly also there is a 20 EMA in this zone and will break this high, and then we might see again coming back down. On the daily, this is the zone with the daily 20 EMA. What I think Euro GBP is again coming back to this daily 20 EMA, and then from here we might see that rejection on the 4-hour. So there is a higher probability for Euro GBP to go up. I think that the price will continue to rise, and with that said, we might see that this support is being tested here in this zone, and from there we might see that Euro GBP is coming back down again. So for me, so far we could see further rise in Euro GBP. It already has created a double bottom, has broken to the upside, now testing the neckline of the previous resistance, turning support. From here I think that Euro GBP will go up again. Okay, thank you very much. Okay guys, so let me look at all of them again. Okay, so you see that dollar with that USD CAD. Have you seen that this doji is not the one that we are expecting? It is not an impulsive candle, and as a result you see that USD CAD again pushing to the upside. So we might see again it is coming to the gap level here, and from that level we might see that USD CAD again going back down. So if we reflect that USD CAD price action on the gold, we see that gold okay, on the 1 hour gold has given us this 1 hour candle is bearish. Okay, if we turn on our indicator, I see that it's a 1 hour chart. Gold has given us potential head and shoulder. There is a middleman. You can see that this is the weekly chart where the price after overextension has come back down. So if you look at the daily, what I think that guys, now this is what I expected, that gold is coming to around 1763-64 level. Okay, highly likely, because there is a weekly candle and the price might grab liquidity from here, and then we could see that again going up. So looks like that short-term gold is getting down again. GP in trade, please. Which one? Wilfred, what trade you are entering, so that I know exactly what you're talking about. Basil, morning coach, can you analyze Euro AUD? Yeah, Euro AUD, we discussed it. Let me look at it again. Euro AUD looks like that Euro AUD is bullish, but it is a long consolidation. I think that at some point we will see again it is coming back. So it is a sideways market. Euro AUD, as you can see, it is respecting this resistance, okay, and also respecting this support here. So what I think, Euro AUD, if we see that has gone up here, tested this level, and then we can sell Euro AUD, because it's a sideways market. So but what it is doing, you can see it is creating this kind of pattern. So you might see a higher high and then drop. Okay, might create an overextension and then drop. So with that in mind, if we look at the daily on Euro AUD, we see this kind of price action. Okay, so yeah, that's the thing that we need to see how it is reacting to this resistance and then selling, because it's still a long term. You see that it's consolidating on a sideways. So until this kind of market normally doesn't go like that, what it will do, it will consolidate further and then will break one side and then will trend the other side. So I think it might consolidate a little more time. So to do that, Euro AUD, this is the daily chart. We need to see how it is reacting to the resistance. On the 4 hour, we see that there's resistance here. So it's a support and resistance strategy mainly on Euro AUD. GJ, looking at the daily, we see just touch the daily 20 EMA, and now on the intraday, this market on the bull side already has gone up, but if I look at the daily, the price on the daily already has come well above. I think that we might see further move today, and then we can expect to sell. This kind of market, it's a kind of sideways market. You can see that creating lower high. Okay, so what we would see, GJ further push, breaking this high, all of them, and then creating as expected an overextended market, and then to drop again. But GJ, I will be only selling because if you look at the weekly, the bears are stronger, and what I'm expecting for GJ to go up and test this dotted line, which is the resistance, to go to around 167.26, which is not far, which is above the monthly high, to break this high. And then once it is breaking this high, from that zone, if we see a rejection like a 4-hour candle which is bearish, then we can straight sell JPY. Nasser, good morning, coach. Thank you very much, Nasser. Still, really, thank you very much. Amazing, everyone has joined this live session. Guys, I need a big thumbs up, and also subscribe to the channel. Everyone, please give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. And also if anyone wants to learn our strategies and also trade with us in Forex Trading Wizard Academy, you can find a link in the description area. You can visit us and join us. There is a discount going on, so you can take that opportunity. And also these trading tools, including these indicators and all those tools available in our Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is our trend following strategy translated into a Pine script, available for both TradingView user as well as MetaTrader 4 users. You can use that. Looking at indices, guys, what we see that, in fact, if we look at gold, and if we see that gold has reversed, then we might see US30 also coming down. So US30 on the intraday, there's a lower high, from this resistance, and then if we look at the US30, what I see that, in fact, I see that there is a daily doji here on the daily perspective. Now with that daily doji, what we have seen that the price couldn't break the high, instead is coming back down. So if you closely look at it, you see the daily 20 period moving average has not been tested since it started its uptrend. So the trend is a little bit of tired. The market is overextended. We might see further drop. Now with that gold drop, US30 also might continue to drop. Okay, yeah. So if gold is dropping, US30 also bearish in this market. Yeah, news will be on very soon. So yeah, guys, let me know in the chat which one you are looking at. I'm also at the end of this session. So what we have seen so far on gold, Yeah, I will be keep eye on gold because either it is bullish or bearish. Looks for going on a sell position on gold. What we need, clear another false breakout on the lower time frame. So completing head and shoulder here, okay, and then with that head and shoulder we can expect for selling. So for the rest of the time, I'll keep my eye on gold to see how we can find an entry. As soon as I will find that entry, unless I don't find the entry, I will be patient. That's how the trading is. So that's how I tell all my students to become patient when you are trading. So as soon as I will find entry, I'll jump on a trade on gold, and also I'll send the same trade to the students. If you want to trade with us, you can find a link in the description. You can visit us and join us, and also don't forget to join the free Telegram channel, link in that description area, for all kinds of updates, and everything is there. So with that said, guys, I sincerely believe that you enjoyed this live session. As I mentioned, that if there is any trade during this live session, we'll definitely enter, and after the news we might see a good movement in the market. So news is very important, and due to the time limit, I need to end this session. And Rajib, coach, I'm having a sell at 1781. Can you suggest something for me? So 1781, you had a sell at 1781. Yeah, the price might come back down to 1781. There is a high probability for price to come back down to 1781. That's what I can say. A high probability. Thank you, Rizban. That's awesome, everyone. Have a good day, and also manage your risk. Don't forget to check out everything in the description. I'll see you tomorrow, both in London and New York session, live session. Thank you very much.